Give me another concept, another idea. Give me another concept, another idea. Give me another concept, another idea. Another idea.
The 80s, crazy, 17-year-old Ben's baby.
Welcome to my channel. Make sure you hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Well, the New York City's mayor's office and the New York City Police Department is in a world of trouble and are currently caught in the midst of a scandal. A staffer for New York City's mayor was fired amid extortion reports after NYPD commissioner resigned, and currently some of the mayor's staff, their places of business, have been raided by the feds. A staffer for New York City Mayor Eric Adams was fired Thursday after a Brooklyn bar owner claimed the staffer tried to extort money from him by leaning on former NYPD Commissioner Edward Caban's twin brother. The news comes in a growing federal probe of Adams' inner circle. Ray Martin, an operations manager in the city's community affairs unit, was terminated after a bombshell WNBC report with a Coney Island bar owner saying Martin tried to broker a deal with James Caban, the twin brother of former NYPD Commissioner Edward Caban, who resigned Thursday. The purported deal was meant to fix the bar owner's problems with the NYPD. Shamel Kelly, the bar owner who operated the Juice and More bar along Mermaid Avenue, said he was told if he hired and paid the police commissioner's brother, he would get help and better treatment from the NYPD, according to the report. Kelly had racked up dozens of noise complaints about loud music, and police from the 60th precinct kept showing up, hurting his relatively new business. I felt like I got an ultimatum. It's like either you're going to get with this or you're going to get shut down, Kelly told NBC New York. Martin just said he was an assistant of Eric Adams. He said he knows people, and he dropped the Eddie Caban name because I guess he is the NYPD commissioner, and I was having problems with the NYPD. Kelly alleges he reached out to James Caban, who told him he could help Kelly with his NYPD problems if he paid him about $2,500 up front. Kelly provided WNBC with phone records and text messages from August 2023 in which he claims Martin encouraged him to contact James Caban. Kelly's business was a juice bar by day and licensed to serve alcohol on weekend nights. He declined the alleged offer from Martin and eventually shuttered his business in February. So you mean to tell me this young black man opened a juice bar in Brooklyn and rented it out 3 nights a week for a club atmosphere, was being harassed by the New York City Police Department, shaken down, and they're asking him for money? First of all, it's hard enough to even get a business like that in Brooklyn, New York. You have to go through all sorts of red tape. And he had a liquor license, which is also very hard to obtain. Most of us know this. So for them to be coming down on this young black business owner when there's probably so many other businesses there, there's been businesses there for years that are still in operation to this day. So you mean to tell me that the NYPD and the mayor's office are the new mob now? Like they're going to shake down these young black businesses? That's just terrible. Terrible. That's very, very, very discouraging for Mr. Adams. He is an embarrassment to the borough of Brooklyn. But let's continue. Mr. Martin was terminated for cause yesterday. We expect all city employees to act ethically and in the public interest, because WNBC just reported that both the Department of Justice and the Department of Investigations are investigating this matter. We are unable to comment further out of sensitives to their investigations. James Caban's attorneys told WNBC he unequivocally denies any wrongdoing and that his work as a consultant and liaison between the department and a private company was perfectly legal, especially given his previous career as an NYPD officer. Our client has fully cooperated with law enforcement, and once their investigation is complete, it will be clear that these claims are unfounded and lack merit, the statement said. Martin served as operations coordinator since April 2023. Immediately before that, he worked in the Office of Media and Entertainment. James Caban, meanwhile, is under investigation for reportedly selling consulting services to nightclubs under the guise the services would be protecting the nightclubs from police scrutiny. That investigation led to his brother Edward Caban resigning as the city's police commissioner Thursday, days after federal agents raided the homes of the Caban brothers and those of other city officials, and seized their electronic devices as part of a growing federal probe. Edward Caban is not under investigation, his attorneys have said. Rumors of a pending resignation have swirled for days after the Caban raids. Federal agents served warrants on 3 other high-ranking Adam aides on the same day. First Deputy Mayor Sheena Wright, Deputy Mayor for Public Safety Philip Banks III, and Timothy Pearson, a former NYPD official turned mayoral advisor. Last year, federal agents seized Adams' devices as he was leaving an event in Manhattan and raided the home of one of his top fundraisers. Adams has denied any wrongdoing, but confirmed last month he had received a subpoena from federal prosecutors and that he and his team are cooperating. Adams appointed Edward Caban as the NYPD's first Hispanic commissioner in July 2023. He has been replaced by interim commissioner Tom Donlin, a retired FBI agent who previously led the National Threat Center and oversaw the terrorism watch list. So here's a clip of Shamel Kelly during his interview with WNBC, which got the whole investigation going. Shamel went to the news media, and this is how he got them to get off his back, and the investigation began. So here's the clip of Shamel, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Peace and love.
Mayor's office. Federal corruption investigation into City Hall and the NYPD now includes allegations of a shakedown. A Brooklyn bar owner says he was told that his problems with the NYPD would go away if he paid the police commissioner's brother. And he says it was a worker in the mayor's office who tried to help arrange that deal. Chief investigative reporter Jonathan Dietz joins us now with details.
Chuck, the bar owner had his permits, his liquor license, and his share of noise complaints. But what he says he needed, a break from tough NYPD enforcement. Seeking help, he says he was introduced to a mayoral staffer and then to the twin brother of the NYPD's top cop. And then he says he was asked for thousands in payments.
I felt like it was like I got an ultimatum, like it's either you get with this or you're gonna get shut down. We're gonna make sure you get shut down.
Shamel Kelly says it was this man, mayoral staffer Ray Martin, who first told him he could pay the police commissioner's brother to help get better treatment from the NYPD.
He just said that he was assistant of Eric Adams, and he know people, and he dropped the Mr. Eddie Caban name because he's I guess the NYPD commissioner, and I was having problems with the NYPD. Later, Kelly says the police commissioner's brother James Caban told him he could help with his NYPD problems if he paid him $2,500 up front. The state liquor authority says Kelly's bar was not facing any charges of wrongdoing, but there were dozens of noise complaints to 311 about loud music. Kelly says he felt too many cops from the 6-0 precinct kept showing up, hurting his relatively new business, the Juice and More Bar, along Mermaid Avenue. And he says his pleas for help from the NYPD and local community board were unsuccessful. Kelly said he never expected that Ray Martin
from the mayor's office would give him this advice.
He went on about how he thinks that I should just close the bar, and if I don't close the bar, there's only one way to get the police to stop doing what they're doing, and that's to speak to one of his friends, which was the James Caban guy.
James Caban, an ex-cop, is the twin brother of NYPD Commissioner Eddie Caban. Kelly showed us phone records and text messages from August 2023, where Martin from the mayor's office allegedly encouraged Kelly to contact James Caban. Hey Shamel, reminder to call James. Kelly says these phone records and texts show he and the commissioner's brother discussed the issues surrounding his business, a business which was a juice bar by day and licensed to serve alcohol on weekend nights. James Caban allegedly wrote, spoke to the commanding officer, and the biggest complaint from the community board is that you're registered as a juice bar, and now you're doing parties there. Lots of noise complaints.
If you have a license to serve alcohol, it shouldn't matter. And I also explained to him that the community board knew that it was the summertime, so they knew we were going to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday night events.
Records suggest Kelly and Caban also spoke by phone. And that's when Kelly says James Caban asked him for the initial $2,500.
He said that he will mediate my issues with NYPD. He could bring them to me, have a meeting, resolve our issues, is what he specifically said he could do. After he said I had to pay him for it, I felt like it was him trying to extort me. So I just was like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I'll just deal with it how I deal with it, and it got worse.
Kelly says the Ray Martin and James Caban connection bothered him.
I assumed that you would be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's call a meeting. Let's figure out what this problem is. I'm not expecting for you to be like, oh, you got to pay me some money if you want this problem to go away. Nah, that doesn't fall with me.
Martin did not return requests for comment. James Caban's attorneys issued this statement. Mr. Caban unequivocally denies any wrongdoing. His work as a consultant and acting as a liaison between the department and a private company is perfectly legal, especially given his previous career as an NYPD officer. Our client has fully cooperated with law enforcement, and once their investigation is complete, it will be clear that these claims are unfounded and lack merit. Former NYPD Chief of Department and NBC New York consultant, Terry Monahan.
Everything we heard from the bar owner, if those allegations are true, it's at minimal unethical and possibly criminal in the way that they were dealing with the bar owner.
I've been really like hurt, disappointed, stressed, depressed.
Kelly is not just making the allegations now. He posted his concerns on social media back in February, but at the time, few noticed. As for Juice and More, Kelly closed it down in February.
I don't think it was just me. I think that that's probably a thing that's going on in New York City specifically, to be honest.
City Hall late today issued this statement. We appreciate WNBC for bringing this information to our attention yesterday afternoon. After receiving this inquiry, we immediately began an internal review and found that Mr. Martin violated the terms of his employment. Mr. Martin was terminated for cause yesterday. We expect all city employees to act ethically and in the public interest. That staffer, Martin, now fired, and again, he has not returned requests for comment. We just spoke with the bar owner again, and he tells us the feds and DOI investigators are with him, interviewing him this afternoon in connection with the ongoing corruption investigations into City Hall and the NYPD.